G3 Assistance through Virginia's community colleges is your pathway to a new future, helping those who qualify pay for school and train for the right career, right where you are, right now. Learn more at vccs.edu/G3.
This is a CBC podcast.
Sipekne'katik First Nation says that 9 of its lobster fishing boats were purposely cut loose from a wharf in Weymouth last Thursday. Chief Mike Sack said on Friday that it was done with the, quote, intent to cause damage and intimidate the community, end quote. Chief Sack also said the boats were ready to take part in Sipekne'katik's Food, Social and Ceremonial, or FSC, lobster fishery. Shy Francis owns one of those boats. I spoke with her on the after the show, on Friday. How did you find out that they'd been cut loose, Shy?
My uncle went down to go check my boat at 7 o'clock that morning, and he went and found all the boats that was cut. Went and saved my cousin Darren's boat at first, and then he realized that he was going to need some help with others because they were out in the bay, and that's how I first found out.
So they were drifting, Shy? Like they weren't, it's not like they were just floating along?
One boat was drifting out in the bay that was visible at that time. The other ones, we had to go out in his boat to go rescue the other boats.
You couldn't even see them?
Mm-mm.
Do you know when they were cut? When the lines were cut?
It was in between the time of 4:30 and 7 o'clock. Because there was one feller there, a native, working on his boat till 4:30 in the morning, and my uncle went down there at 7 o'clock and found that the lines were cut.
Were any of the boats damaged?
Not really. We lost a couple crates. That's about it. That was tied to. They were also cut along with our boats. That was pretty well most of our loss was the crate that was gone astray.
Those are lobster. When you say crates, are those traps, Shy?
Crates of lobster, yes, sir.
Of lobster?
Yes, sir.
So they were fishing?
We were fishing for our catch, and when we come in, we were saving them for our community feast. And now that they had cut our catch, that was tied to our boat.
Right.
That's what we were fishing for.
And there was, my understanding, I was talking to someone at the band yesterday on another matter, and someone had told me that there was going to be a big community giveaway next week. Is that right?
It was supposed to be this weekend, but now that this happened, we can't have it for this weekend, that we have to have it for next weekend.
And when you do the community giveaway, Shy, what is that for? Is that for people to eat, or is it for them to? Okay. And these are not treaty boats or so-called moderate livelihood boats. They call it the moderate livelihood fishery in some of the media. These are FSC boats, right? Yes,
sir. We're food ceremonial.
So these traps are DFO traps. That's my understanding, right? Recognized under the Fisheries Act.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And these boats, these licenses, DFO licenses, you are regulated not only by your own guardians, but regulated and inspected by DFO, right?
Yes, sir.
How many traps would you have? How many traps would you have on a FSC boat?
Only 3, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Per person. My son gets 3, and my sister and my brother, we all get 3. 1, 2, 3, not 30, not right. 900 like the commercial fishermen. We only get 3.
Right. And Shy, I do have to ask you: did you have any extra traps on the boat?
No, sir. If I get any extra traps, sir, then the DFO will find me, and my guardians will also find me and pull me out of the water. I don't want to be pulled out of the water. I love being out on the ocean. That is, I'm connected to Mother Earth. When I do, in my Nogamas, my ancestors, when I do.
Your relations, yeah.
I don't want to mess that up in any way possible, and I don't want to have any bad luck, per se.
How long have you been doing this, Shai?
I was in the fishing industry since I was 12 years old, living in Shelburne County.
Chief Sack said that this was done with the intent to cause damage and intimidate the community.
Yes, sir.
Are you intimidated?
Not in the very least.
Okay.
I am scared for my other community members, and where they did this, I don't know what is to become of what's next. You know what I mean? Like last year, they burnt boats. This year, they're untying boats and untying our catch. Like, good Lord, what's next? I'm scared to see. Because yesterday morning was a bad wake-up call, a rude wake-up call.
Were you expecting this?
Mischief.
Were you expecting it, Shai, during this FSC to happen?
No, not in the least. Not especially here. Like, I fished in this area for 20 plus years. Like, I've never endured any racism or any hatred towards me since till last year when we were bombarded with the non-commercial fishermen doing protests, holding us hostage out of pounds, not just in New Wettenberg, but also in Pubnico. Like, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Like, you can't scare us from doing this because we're can still continue doing it.
How does this feel? Like, what is it that you feel that it? Because you say
I feel disgusted. I feel sad. I feel hurt. I'm angry.
What keeps you going out? Like, it's been, because you were fishing in the treaty fishery, right, back in the fall.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And that was a tense time. What keeps you going out, Shai?
The Creator. The Creator gives me strength to pull through. If I didn't have that strength, and if he wasn't pulling me through, then yeah, I would be scared and intimidated to stay on the water and pull my tail between my legs. But I'm sorry, but that's not the way of my people. Us natives has been fighting for our rights and has been fighting for thousands of years. And we've always prevailed. We've always built bigger and stronger. Look, they always tried to kill us, and here we are, still standing.
Shai, so you'll be going back out, I'm assuming. This, yeah.
You ain't going to stop me. Nobody can stop me from doing what my people's been doing for thousands of years. I got to feed my family. I got to pay my bills. I got a community that I got to feed and help out because it's not every day that they get to have lobster.
Shai, thank you. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you.
Shai Francis is the owner of an FSC boat out of Sebago-Negedy that was cut loose from a wharf in Weymouth last Thursday.
For more CBC podcasts, go to cbc.ca/podcasts.